This channel is proudly brought to you by...
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Linking on my brain. Okay. Linking on my brain. I got linking on my brain. Whoa.
What's up, guys? It's Mike the MGTOW man again, bringing you another video. So in this video, I'd like to show you guys many different visual representations of what dark female nature is. Too often, we just simply loosely use the term dark female nature, oftentimes without giving enough examples. So hopefully with this compilation, I can educate the masses and show you what dark female nature is, and that it really exists. A lot of times we talk about dark female nature and people act as though we're talking about the fucking boogeyman, as if it's just something in our heads. Again, hopefully with this compilation of many examples of dark female nature, hopefully we can wake up more men and save them. Anyways, check out these clips.
I hate working. That's why I got married. This is a painful time for Clifford Hall. He is going to jail, even though he didn't do anything wrong.
I just don't see how this is helping anyone.
Hall's child support payments for the care of his 12-year-old son were supposed to be garnished from his wages. His paycheck stub indicated the payments were in fact withheld, but for several months his employer, due to a clerical error, did not send those payments to the court, and now Hall is being punished.
It's a horrible feeling, makes me sick to my stomach, but I have to do it.
When Hall found out about the missing payments, he paid a lump sum to catch up, but even that will not keep him from behind bars. Texas had a law on the books that would prevent deadbeat parents from going to jail if they paid up right before their court date. But last year, the legislature repealed that law.
In order to give judges some discretion to punish repeat offenders. It was a good idea. It sounded like a great idea. However, it doesn't work in all circumstances. There are situations such as Mr. Hall's case in which someone is shown in arrears, and it's really not their fault. It's an employer error or some other type of clerical error.
Even though I won Father of the Year Award for 2014, award through Committed Fathers Alliance, I'm going to jail for doing everything in my power to raise my son. This could happen to anyone.
Property where the bodies of 8 newborn babies were discovered. Dominique Courtet, a nurse, has confessed to the killings, telling her lawyer that after raising 2 daughters, she didn't want any more children, and she didn't want to use contraception.
Beautiful spirit with a kind heart and a soft spot for the homeless.
That's what we're learning about a woman who was found murdered in her own home earlier this week. Tonight, we can confirm the suspect is a homeless woman who once lived with the victim.
Woman neighbors say lived in a nearby wash, now charged with the first-degree premeditated murder of a person who friends say opened up her heart and her home to a stranger. Ling is in jail now, held without bond. Sheriff's officials say Ling is also facing a probation violation and has been convicted of criminal trespassing and identity theft in the past.
When you bring somebody into your house, you bring in risky situations.
In an Ohio court, Phyllis Jefferson pled guilty to stabbing her boyfriend after yelling at him over the salsa. She used a pen and then a knife.
Woman who tried to have sex with a young child will now spend more than a decade in prison. Courtney McDonald pleaded guilty to a child sex charge in November. She admitted to trying to get a child under the age of 11 to have sex with her between September and December of 2017. She was sentenced to 11 years in prison. She'll also have to register as a sex offender when she's released.
A Chesapeake woman who admitted to shooting and killing her ex-boyfriend right in the middle of her trial will spend decades in prison. Let's show you some video from Amy Taylor appearing at bond court 2 years ago, shortly after the crime. The victim was later found wrapped in tarps near the couple's home. She admitted to killing James Sprouse during her trial in Spartanburg County Court this week. Now she's been sentenced to 35 years in prison.
A Phoenix woman is behind bars at this hour after admitting that she killed a California teenage runaway. Lorenda Ritter is facing charges for murder and abandoning or concealing a dead body. Court paperwork revealed Ritter strangled the girl, wrapped her in saran wrap, and put her body in a dumpster.
Shelby County Sheriff's Office arrested a woman who confessed to shooting her own mom. 22-year-old Alexia Jones admits she shot her mother at their home on Orange Tulip Drive in Northeast Shelby County. The shooting happened on Tuesday night. The victim was taken to the hospital and will make a full recovery.
Well, police are investigating a domestic murder in St. Petersburg. This time, detectives say it was a man's girlfriend who picked up the gun and pulled the trigger. The shooting happened inside a garage apartment off 28th Avenue North in St. Petersburg. Tonight, 19-year-old Deshauna Goss is facing a second-degree murder charge.
When our officers arrived, they found a 19-year-old man up in the upstairs apartment. He had been shot once in the face. He was transported to Bayfront Medical Center, where he was subsequently pronounced deceased.
A woman reported being sexually assaulted, now facing charges for self. Police arrested 19-year-old Marguerite Wallace of Pendleton. On July 3rd, Wallace told police she was attacked at Mound State Park. Police later tracked down 17-year-old male in Indianapolis. He told police he met Wallace on an app known as Whisper. He says she was looking for someone to fulfill a rape fantasy. He saved screenshots of their conversations. The police then confronted Wallace, who admitted she lied to police.
Investigators say a 70-year-old woman tested her homemade ricin by dropping it in the food and drinks of residents at a Vermont retirement community. Betty Miller told the FBI she made the deadly toxin because she wanted to injure herself. Miller said she made it in her kitchen from castor beans that grew on the Wake Robbins property. She also said she tested it on fellow retirement residents on at least 3 occasions.
Let's just have a look at what you did. What else did you destroy?
The computer and the microphone.
How much damage did she do?
About £600 worth of damage.
You consciously thought, how can I take revenge, correct?
Yes.
This was a plan that you hatched in your mind to destroy his business, right?
I play a part in it.
A Perry woman remains in jail tonight after pleading guilty to taking, then selling nude pictures of her young daughter.
Arrested for admitting to breastfeeding her 11-day-old baby while on heroin, meth, and marijuana. The victim told investigators, quote, "We're going through a divorce and she shot me." Law enforcement responded to their home on Hunting Trail in Lake Worth around 4 p.m. on Monday. According to investigators, Lisa Shannon told them they were arguing over how to file their taxes and she asked him to leave the house. The sheriff's office says she admitted she snapped and shot him.
It was the middle of the day back on February 19th when Cassandra Tucker called police to the 1900 block of East Cataldo to say she had been robbed and sexually assaulted by someone impersonating a police officer. Tucker said the suspect was driving an unmarked Crown Vic and had red and blue flashing lights in his dash. The victim alleged she had been violated in several ways, and so police took her to the emergency room to complete a rape kit. Tucker also told officers the suspect had stolen $150 cash from her purse, but on the way back from the hospital, Tucker told police she was really just trying to buy illegal drugs, that after she had spent her boyfriend's money on something else, she decided to file the false police report.
Blue Ash woman will spend the next 6 months in prison for lying about being raped.
This type of case has only happened twice in Hamilton County in the last 5 years. 9 News reporter Annette Pegler is downtown at the Hamilton County Courthouse after speaking with the woman's family about why this happened. Annette?
Carol, Melinda Denham sent a letter to the judge stating that she lied when she told police that her ex-boyfriend, Shannon Hudson, raped her in her father's Blue Ash home.
And so he didn't rape you?
No. Melinda Denham broke down in tears this morning after admitting that she lied when she swore before a grand jury about being raped last August.
Breaking news today, Willowick police have found the driver who hit 2 students as they were getting off a school bus, then drove away. News 5's Olivia Fechtel live in Willowick. And Olivia, you just spoke with the police chief.
Yeah, Rob, an 18-year-old woman who's a senior at Willowick Schools will be charged with failure to stop after an accident and passing a stopped school bus. Police say the incident happened near 300th Street and Barjode Road yesterday afternoon. The Willowick police chief says cameras on the school bus helped officers identify the car and driver for whom they were searching. That young woman came into the station today with an attorney and her mother and said she'd gotten a call from work and was in a hurry when she passed the school bus.
Have you ever cheated on the man that you were involved with?
Have I ever? Yes, but this one, no.
I respect honesty from a woman is more important than anything. So, when you cheated on this man, was it because you were younger, or was it because you were being vicious? Why?
Because I didn't get enough attention.
Okay. You did not get enough attention.
No, like I would text them and he would take maybe like 4 or 5 hours to text me back. So.
And at what point, because you know, we know that women, when they see a man, their whole thing is, hey, they can know they want a man in the first 3 seconds.
Right.
At what point did you realize, oh, I'm gonna go fuck around on somebody else and start seeing somebody? At what point did you realize that?
After 3 months. I give guys benefit of the doubt after 3 months. For 3 months.
This woman who taught sewing at a state prison admits she had an affair with an inmate. And it happened at the very same prison where the notorious prison teacher Joyce Mitchell took up with 2 convicted killers.
A Reading, Pennsylvania woman admitted to giving birth in a restroom at her work and leaving the baby boy partially submerged in the toilet.
Tonight we are hearing from a woman who admits to lying about being raped. The man that she accused of rape went to Sing Sing while she lived with the guilt. It went on for almost 5 years.
Do you find yourself attracting younger men? Like, a lot of women usually don't like to talk about their ages because they don't know. I think once a woman gets 30 years old, they start talking about their age.
I'll be 44 next week.
You'll be 44 next week.
I'm very happy about that. The only embarrassment about it, is because I'm not married and I'm not where I want to be.
Now, do you think this society has a big part of it?
No, I think it was my fault. Because when I was younger, I could have gotten with the good guys, the ones that were going to college and doing what they wanted to do. But instead, I got with the bad boys on the street. And then now it's just kind of too late because all the guys that are my age are taken, all the good ones. And all the guys that are the bad ones, they're just out there acting like they're 20, 30 years old.
What's the problem? I don't like women anymore. That's cool. I just don't understand how their brains work. You're a woman, Hope. Why do you torture us?
I don't know. Because we can. I just went on vacation by myself, which was super fun. I got fired from my last job. Don't tell my new boss. Well, it wasn't my fault. All I did was stop working. When they fired me, they called me into HR and they were like, Michelle, it seems like you're just not doing your job. And I was like, yeah, but for 9 months. So I think 2 of us haven't been doing our job.
You don't blame Chuck?
You know when people say it's not you, it's me, and they're completely lying? Well, it actually was me. In trying to make our relationship perfect, I completely suffocated him.
I think I would like a confident sort of looking alpha male, but later on in life I'll definitely like the more safe guy, the more, someone that would potentially like to marry, like later on in life though, the more safe guy, later on in life though.
We went out on the street and we asked pedestrians today to share the most impressive thing they've ever done, and, well, this is what they did.
Impressive thing I've ever done? I don't know. Cheat on my boyfriend and not have him find out.
This is a television camera?
Yeah, it's an old boyfriend.
But he's finding out right now?
No, it's an old boyfriend, not the one I'm with now.
So, but the boyfriend is finding out on television right now?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Sorry, Ben.
Why'd you cheat on him?
I don't know. The guy was a famous athlete.
Which famous athlete?
I can't say his name.
Give us his initials.
TJ.
What sport does he play?
Hockey.
What team does he play for?
Florida. Tampa Bay.
Okay, so he plays for Tampa Bay. His initials are T and J. Tyler Johnson?
Okay, I have to go.
Wow, that's sorry, Tyler.
Women love nice guys. We may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s is the point in our lives when we're just exhausted by the jerks and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners.
I've wanted to leave him for so long. I have so many backup plans. I have a backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan. There's the guy at Starbucks who's really nice and kind of flirts every time I give him an extra 50 fucking cents on his tips. Or my friend Michaela. I mean, she's a lesbian. I could be a lesbian. I'm totally interested in being a lesbian. That would be so much better than this, and I would raise my freaking babies on a farm with goats.
There you have it, bitch. I am HIV positive. Roy D. Roger Allen, you HIV positive. Jed Ferguson, you HIV positive. DeMonte Valor,
bitch. You HIV positive, bitch. The little bitch you fucking, bitch. She gonna be HIV positive, and you fucking the bitch wrong. Goddamn baby daddy, Tony Wood, bitch. You HIV positive, bitch. All y'all niggas that I done Faller, Dorsey, while you doing all that shit, and I was fucking your nigga, your husband wrong. You HIV positive. Yeah, that motherfucking poet now. Hey y'all. Yeah, it's time for the world to know now. What y'all gotta say now, huh? I always get the last, bitch. Now y'all sick as fuck. Right along with me. Now I'm watch y'all motherfuckers die. You know talking about no. Yeah.
My HIV is non-detectable. You cannot catch it because it's non-detectable, dummy. And I had sex with half the city without a condom because I'm non-detectable. Hello.
And as you guys can see, dark female nature is everywhere. So all I have to say is, stay free, stay safe, and stay MGTOW. This is Mike the MGTOW Man signing off, and as always, never give in, never surrender, MGTOW for life.
Feminism is cancer. Thank you very much.